Hi, Denny Van here. I'm host of Heartfelt Awakening Radio and creator at Heartfelt Awakening LLC. And we're helping people learn how to train their brain to choose wellness. And in today's topic, I want to talk about the 6 ways you give your power away. So, 6 ways we all give our power away. And these have been coming up a lot since working with clients, since a lot of changes are happening and we're kind of redefining this new norm. But when we're trying to move forward and we keep giving our power away, we may feel stuck, not moving forward, not satisfied. And so these 6 areas, check in, see where you are in these 6 areas. Number one, the first way we tend to give our power away, and that is questioning yourself. Stop it. So I'm guilty of this. I think I'm guilty of all 6 of these, but when you're questioning yourself, you're not centered. You're not moving from a space of confidence, knowing exactly where you want and what direction you want to go in. So you make a decision and then, oh, was that the right decision? Should I look at something else? Should I be comparing and looking at what so and so is doing and looking over there and see what the other person is doing? Yeah, this is what we're kind of programmed to do. Marketing knows this, so marketing wants you to question yourself and make you question whether or not you're doing the right thing, taking the right vitamins, doing all the things that our neighbors are doing, everybody else is doing. Stop it. So we have to get to a point where we make a decision, stand firm in it, and move forward. Sometimes this is easier said than done. And a lot of times when you're questioning yourself, it's because your goal or your target or the direction you want to go in is not clear. So get clear and then make decisions without questioning yourself and move forward in that direction. The second way we give our power away, and that is other people's opinions. And, it's nice to get what other people are thinking about. And it's really good to do polls. I love polls to see where other people are at with a certain topic. And then I can create content around that. However, what I'm talking about here is you make a decision and then you tell somebody else your decision, and then somebody else is going to kind of tear it down, naysay it, and give you their opinion. And then they're going to take you back to the first one we give our power away, and that is questioning yourself. So other people's opinions are none of your business. And this is something I had to learn because I want to talk to people about what I'm doing and where I'm going, and especially those close to me. And pick one person to be on your business team who supports you, you trust, you can go for advice, and stand firm in the choices that you make rather than looking and seeking other people's opinions. So, are you guilty of this one? If you are, there's tools that you can use to redirect you back right to what matters most, and that is your opinion for the direction you are heading into. And the third way we give our power away, this is seeking validation. I was just working with a client who needed confirmation that she was worthy, and she was constantly looking out for validation that she was worthy. So here's a virtual slap. Stop that shit. So what we want to do is validate yourself first. Validate, first of all, you are worthy of being here because you're here. You do not need any other reason for worthiness because you're here. You're here for a purpose. You're here for a goal. Nobody knows what that is. This is why you have to go inside to discover this. And we have amazing tools for this. If you are one who is seeking validation, your worth, and these tools help integrate all of those thoughts that you're not good enough, or you're not worthy enough, or you can't have that. All of those thoughts are just that. They're just thoughts. They're not who you really are. And who you really are needs no validation. So anything we need to add to ourselves to make other people happy, which is the next one, by the way, people pleasing. So anytime we go to this place, we're not coming from our authentic self. So you do not need any validation at all. Don't believe me? Check in. You're here right now, and only you know what that purpose is. Number 4, the fourth way that we give our power away, and this is people pleasing. So I'll let you in on a secret. I'm the second oldest of 8 children, and I learned people pleasing from a very early age. And this is something that is ingrained in me. I want to make sure other people are happy. But what we don't want to do is do everything we can to make everyone else happy and ignore our own inner happiness. And this is a state of being, not something that you get from outside and bring it inside. This is something you create inside, and it spills over into your external reality. And so if somebody else is not happy, really, it's not my business. However, I do ask myself, because I'm in the business of serving, I do ask myself, if a customer isn't happy and they're projecting on me, you didn't do this, and you're awful, and you're terrible, and your service sucks, and all that stuff. It happens to the best of us, right? We can't please everyone. I could take this 2 ways. I can look at this person and say, I'm bad, I'm wrong, I didn't do it, and internalize it. Or, which is what a lot of us do, right? We internalize it. We make it, I'm bad, I'm wrong, I'm a bad person, I didn't do it, I am a bitch. So that's one way I can look at this cycle that we're creating. Or I can say, wow, something dropped the ball somewhere in the machinery. Something dropped. So I can ask more questions. What happened here? Did you get the email? Did you get your upload? Did you get your purchase? Did you get your thing? And then research what happened in the steps for client onboarding or offboarding or providing the service. Find out what happened in those steps and then fix it. And then what I do is I thank that person. Thank you so much for your patience in helping me solve this problem, because they did. And I didn't take anything personally. I didn't take their happiness personally, because they're not happy, it's obvious. It's not my business. But in this case, it's my business to find out what happened. And so this is productive in solving issues rather than taking it personally. I'm bad, I should just shut my doors forever and not even offer my services anymore, right? So people pleasing, are you guilty of this? There are tools that you can use right away to begin to recognize when you're in the pattern of people pleasing, because you can't just stop people pleasing if it's in your personality. It's what you do. I know somebody who's in the restaurant business, and that's his top priority, to make sure people are happy, and sometimes his own happiness is pushed aside, and it becomes a project, and it becomes something that he has to do. So instead, you come from this inner space of knowing and being in the center of your own state of happiness, which is a state of being. You don't have to do anything to get it. And then if somebody else is not happy, there's really nothing we can do about it other than, I'm so sorry you're not happy. I hope you have a better day. Or something along those lines, to drop those seeds to spread happiness. The fifth way that we give our power away. And again, I really think I'm guilty of all of these, but working with clients and seeing these patterns emerge, the fifth way we give our power away is through self-sabotage. So this is something that we do to ourselves, right? There's usually some kind of limiting belief that overpowers a new belief that you want to start creating a pattern. For example, you want to work out before you go to work or before you get on Zoom or whatever, because your Zoom bot, I know my Zoom bot hasn't been very happy lately, because your Zoom bot isn't happy. You want to start activating your muscles and moving and creating health in your body. So you set up a schedule to get up maybe a half an hour early so that you can go and either go to the gym or go downstairs or your other room and work out or just go for a walk, whatever that is. So you set your alarm clock. And here it comes the first morning. Alarm clock's buzzing. What do? I know what I've done. Snooze. So now you're in a cycle of sabotaging yourself because you set the schedule, but there's something within you that is procrastinating it. Push it forward in time, not right now, later, right? This is a cycle of self-sabotage. And we're all guilty of this because new rituals, new routines, anything new requires work. And if you're trying to get rid of any old habits, the best thing to do is replace those habits. So if you're wanting to work out, replace the habit of getting up, sitting down in front of your Zoom camera first thing in the morning, and instead start with 10 or 15 minutes, go for a walk, jump up on your mini trampoline. I know if you're like me, you have equipment. So go pick out something and do it for 10 or 15 minutes, then go sit down. So we're replacing habits instead of creating new ones. So take a look at your day and look for ways that you self-sabotage yourself and make little tweaks to the routine you already have. And this will help you slide into better routines. It definitely worked for me. And I work with people who say, I want to quit smoking. It's bad for me. I shouldn't be doing it. It's expensive. So they come up with all of the reasons why they shouldn't be doing it. Yet every single time they go to smoke, they're smoking. They want it more, even though they know all of those things. So this is a self-sabotage pattern that is emerging. And so what I do with clients, and I'll give you a little tip in case you are trying to quit smoking or quit vaping, whatever that is, quit doing whatever it is you think you need to quit. The next time you go to have a cigarette, bless it and say to yourself, this cigarette that I'm going to have right now and nothing else matters, I'm going to have this cigarette and it is for my highest good and I'm going to enjoy it 100%. You are to have no thoughts of this is bad for me, I shouldn't be doing this. You are to be in the moment that this is for your highest good and enjoy it 1000%. And then when you're done, be completely done and move on to the next task that you're to put your focus on next. Here's the thing. With self-sabotage, usually there's something polarized within our energy system, within our brain system, your brain as an organ. And when you have two beliefs that happen at the same time, one belief is, I love my cigarettes. The other belief is, that's bad for you. It's going to create massive resistance. So this is why you want to work with your nervous system and your brain, because your brain has only one thing, one goal for you, and that's your survival, darling. So if you can come into a space of everything you're doing is for your survival and move forward from this space. So any kind of polarized beliefs that are within your energy system are dissolved. And we also have wonderful techniques, neurokinesis, that help cleanse the body, reset the body on a neurological level so that you can see when self-sabotage is coming. And number 6 goes along the lines of self-sabotage, and that is imposter syndrome. And in neuro-linguistic programming, there's a formula for manifestation. And that formula is be, do, and then have. So you got to be it first, and then you do the things that you're supposed to be doing. Then you manifest those things. What happens with imposter syndrome is we want to have it first, and we don't be, which means we got to be the character that we want to step into, the role. So we got to step into the character first. Then we got to do. And this part is hard for some people because you got to learn your lines, you got to download your scripts. And this part requires some practice and doing it over and over again. Then you get to have. You have the things that come with being and doing. So in working with a lot of younger people, there is a mentality of entitlement. Where's mine? Right? Holding out your hand, where's mine? We want to have the thing first. Instant gratification, give it to me now. There's a problem with this. Because you didn't do the first 2 steps, there will be stuff coming up that says, who do you think you are? You're not supposed to be doing this. You're not good enough to be doing this. This is the imposter syndrome, because you skip the be and you skip the do and you go right to the have. We're all guilty of this because it's our culture. We have an instant gratification culture. Look, we don't have to suffer very much when all of these solutions are right here in front of us, right? However, this formula requires focus, awareness, and attention. So you have to be the goal first, and it feels weird sometimes because you haven't achieved it, you haven't done it. It's kind of somewhere out here in front of you, but you have to put on the suit first. Then you have to speak it. You have to do it. You have to do all the things that go in alignment with all the things that you're being. Then the have comes. This is the part we want to skip right to and get to the have. And it creates self-sabotage. It creates imposter syndrome. It creates questioning yourself. It creates looking for other people's opinions or looking at all the things instead of looking at straight for all the things you have to be and all the things you have to do. And then it breaks the cycle of seeking validation and people pleasing. So there you have it. You have 6 ways that all of us do this, that you are giving your power away. And just to recap, do you question yourself, especially after you make a decision? Are you going, maybe I should have done this, this, or this? Do you make a decision and just go with it? 2, seeking other people's opinions. Are you looking for all the things, looking what they're doing and looking what they're doing? Or are you looking inside and looking for what you need to be doing next? Be, do. And are you looking for validation and people pleasing? These are all ways that we give our power away. So take a moment and take back your power from when you did question yourself, and take back your power for when you were looking for other people's opinion, and take a moment to take back your power from when you were seeking validation, and take back your power every time you try to please other people, especially when you don't have your own inner happiness, because that right there is vital. And become more aware of when you're setting yourself up for self-sabotage. You know what you've done in the past. You know what works. And imposter syndrome. Become aware of when you're looking to have it first before being it and doing it. All right. looking forward to bringing you some announcements. We are bringing some wonderful things coming up, and we're collaborating and bringing virtual reality and artificial intelligence to the wellness community. So do be sure to look out for podcasts about this. This is so amazing. Technology, brand new technology that we're bringing to the wellness community. And I'm also working with Christine Curtis. We are working together with Your Brain on Wellness to bring brain wellness to the dental community, because the health of your mouth and your dental health and your mental health and overall well-being are completely connected. So we're bringing this to the dental community, and we are looking forward to bringing you some more podcasts on your heartfelt awakening journey. There's so much happening in our world, so many changes, new norms happening, and we want you to focus in on what's happening inside. Create some space inside. And if you want to learn more, let's have a chat, because we do offer custom programs, not only for your personal use, but for your professional and organizational. We're bringing wellness to employee assistance programs and corporate wellness programs. So let's talk about how our custom programs can work for you. And you can do that easily at heartfeltawakening.com/call. I look forward to having a chat with you. Until next time, thank you for being on this journey with me. Blessings.